My boss said, "Your salary will be cut by 50%. If you don't agree, you can leave." I quit on the spot. As I turned to go, she grabbed my laptop and destroyed it, snarling, "You won't take any company data." Smirking, I replied, "That laptop had the $700 million deal presentation." She went pale. What happened next was a twist she never saw coming. Dropping out of high school was one of the hardest decisions I ever made, and it shaped my life in unexpected ways. Recently, I was faced with another tough choice: accept a demotion at work or risk losing my job entirely. The trouble began when Sa, our new sales manager, introduced drastic changes to the department. She announced that only employees with college degrees would be allowed to handle client deals. Those of us without degrees were given menial tasks like making coffee, organizing files, or even cleaning. Anyone who objected faced demotion or, worse, termination. Sa's attitude toward me made it clear she wanted me gone. It seemed personal, like she had a grudge against me. I knew she didn't see any value in keeping me on the team. Still, I understood how important my work was for the company. My departure would leave a significant gap in the team, especially since I was managing a crucial $1.4 million deal with Sun Holdings. Sa didn't seem to know that I was the one responsible for this high-stakes contract. She was about to find out the hard way. Let me introduce myself properly. I'm Archer. I'm 64 years old and work in the sales department at Seed Corporation, a major player in the wholesale industry with annual revenues of $30 billion. My job mainly involves managing contracts with long-term clients. While I'm no longer young enough for field work or cold calling, I oversee ongoing deals from my desk and occasionally attend client meetings when needed. It's a role I take pride in, even if I'm not climbing the corporate ladder anymore. Sa, on the other hand, is a rising star in the company. She earned her position as sales manager through her impressive academic background. She graduated from ANU with top honors and quickly climbed the ranks. Her promotion happened around the same time I was rehired after briefly retiring. From the moment I returned, I could sense tension. I suspected my retirement might have caused some resentment, but I never imagined she'd go to such lengths to push me out. One day, Sa walked up to my desk with a confident smirk. "How's the work going, Archer?" she asked casually. "It's going well," I replied, keeping my tone polite but neutral. She narrowed her eyes and said, "Reading documents must be quite a challenge with your mature eyesight." I knew what she was doing, trying to get under my skin. Her digs about my age and abilities were nothing new. About half the retirees at Seed Corporation get rehired, so my situation wasn't unusual. Still, Sa liked to remind me that I wasn't as sharp as the younger employees. I stayed calm and answered, "I managed just fine, thank you." But she wasn't done. "You really should have stayed retired," she said, her voice dripping with sarcasm. "You weren't exactly pulling your weight before you left. Is it because you didn't finish high school and need the paycheck? Or are you just here to steal?" Her words stung, but I refused to let her see it. I've always known that my lack of a high school diploma made me an easy target in a world that values education so highly. Being a 62-year-old high school dropout is unusual, and people don't hesitate to remind me of it. It's harder to earn respect when you don't have the credentials to back you up, and Sa made sure to bring up my education, or lack thereof, at every opportunity. After a moment of silence, she dropped a pile of documents on my desk. "Here's some work for you," she said. "You should be grateful for the extra workload." I sighed quietly as I realized it would mean staying late, but I didn't complain. "Understood," I said simply. Sa smirked. "That's what I thought. It's good to see you're so obedient. After all, with your background, you don't have much choice, do you? You'll always be following orders from people younger than you. Must be tough." Her words were like daggers, but I refused to let her provoke me. The room felt tense as everyone around us tried to focus on their work, pretending they didn't hear the exchange. This wasn't the first time Sa had tried to humiliate me, and it wouldn't be the last. A few days later, Sa called a team meeting to announce a major change in how we worked. Her tone was firm and authoritative as she laid out her plan. "From now on," she said, "only employees with college degrees will handle client deals. Those without degrees will take care of paperwork, make sure the office is clean, and serve tea to the graduates so they can focus on their work." I was stunned. "But I have ongoing deals I'm responsible for," I protested. "I can't just drop them." She cut me off. "Those deals will now be handled by the college graduates," she said coldly. "As a high school dropout, you don't need to worry about them anymore. Now go fetch some tea." Her dismissal was so casual and cruel that I barely knew how to respond. I wasn't the only one shocked. Another employee raised a concern. "If we suddenly replace the person managing a deal, won't that make our clients lose trust in us?" Sa rolled her eyes. "That's exactly why people without degrees are useless," she snapped. "Clients don't trust them. They'd rather work with someone educated and qualified. Can't you see that?" The employee fell silent, clearly intimidated. Sa's new rules left everyone confused and uneasy. Splitting the team into college graduates and dropouts felt demeaning and unnecessary. Even though she invited us to share our thoughts, it was obvious she didn't really want to hear them. Anyone who spoke up risked becoming her next target. It was clear to me that Sa's real goal wasn't efficiency, it was control, and if pushing me out of the company was part of that plan, she wasn't going to stop until she got her way. Sa's tone grew colder as she addressed the room. "If you can't accept these changes, you'll be transferred to our distribution facility in Nebraska. If that's not suitable, you're free to leave." The room fell silent. Everyone knew what the Nebraska distribution center was like: tedious work with long hours spent sorting and moving packages, and pay significantly lower than what we earned at headquarters. For most employees, staying at headquarters, even if it meant performing demeaning tasks like making coffee or cleaning, seemed like the better option. But I couldn't understand how Sa's decision could possibly benefit Seed Corporation. It felt like she was more interested in asserting her authority than improving efficiency. Finally, unable to hold back any longer, I spoke up. If you change the person managing ongoing deals, it will only make our clients lose trust in us. These deals are built on relationships and consistency. Disrupting that could cause serious problems. Sa's glare pierced through me. What's your issue? She snapped. Her harshness caught me off guard. All I could manage was an awkward smile. Her victorious expression made it clear she was enjoying this. High school dropouts like you have limited options, she said coldly. You're past your prime and don't bring any value to this company anymore. There's no reason to keep you around. Her words stunned me. Sa had been singling me out for a long time, but this was the first time she'd been so blunt about her feelings. It didn't matter to her that I had decades of experience. To her, my age and lack of a diploma made me unworthy of respect, or even a job. I replied calmly, I don't mind working in Nebraska sorting packages. They often need part-time helpers, so I'm sure they'd appreciate a full-time employee like me. But if a 62-year-old grandfather like me shows up, they might think I'm not the right fit. Sa chuckled, clearly amused. So what's your plan then? She asked, leaning forward with a smirk. I thought about my options. It was likely that the CEO and HR department weren't even aware of these changes Sa was implementing. If they knew, I was certain they wouldn't approve of such unfair treatment. I could report her behavior, but honestly, I was tired of her constant hostility. I'd saved enough for retirement, so leaving didn't seem like a bad idea anymore. After a moment of contemplation, I made my decision. I'll quit, I said simply. You can click on share and more to see if there is a part 2.